Hey guys, I'm giving up. I really want to come back to YouTube and I'm not willing to wait any longer. So if I have to see a movie a different day, I will. I don't really care. I just really want to come back to YouTube right now, so that's what I'm gonna do. Um, and I could not figure out, I think there's still something wrong with my microphone. I'm not having a noticeable difference in the audio quality between my microphone and my actual computer speaker. I think maybe I don't know how to set it up correctly. I did everything I thought right, but I don't know. Maybe somewhere I went wrong. Maybe the microphone's just not working for some reason. I don't know. Watch this video, watch the microphone video. Let me know if you guys notice a difference in audio quality. So obviously I've been gone for a while, and I kind of did the math. I have 295 videos on my old channel and almost 200 videos on this channel. And that's a video, from what I did in the math, that's a video like every 7 or 8 days, which means this is literally the longest break I've taken since I started doing YouTube. I have been gone for over a month. And I know I've been promising you guys this video for like a week by now, and I keep wanting to do it, but I got so much shit going on. I mean, wait, when was the last video I uploaded when I was like, I'll make a video? I'm just trying to find the video right now that I can see. I Okay, I don't know what happened to it, but oh, there's a video of my snake that I made. Okay, I don't know where the video went. I think I might have deleted it or something because I said I was gonna delete it and I was all set for my return tomorrow and then I deleted it. Yeah, I did. I deleted it after like 24 hours because that's what I said I was gonna do. So a bunch of stuff has obviously happened since I've been gone, and I have a lot of updates, obviously. So first of all, my grandpa was in the hospital a couple weeks ago for we thought he was gonna die. The doctor said he wouldn't make it more than a couple hours. My mom woke me up at like 6:30 to tell me that she had to go like 4 hours away to where he was. I'm not gonna name places or anything, but she had to go and it was like 4 hours away. And I couldn't go with her for like a bunch of reasons, and it's actually a good thing that I stayed because I had to deal with some stuff regarding my snake. I just brought him home at the time. So anyway, she was off dealing with all that, and the f- and those few days were basically hell for me. Luckily, the doctor said he wouldn't make it past a couple of hours. My mom thought she wouldn't even get to say goodbye and he was gonna die before she got there. But things took a turn for the better, and he got better. They took him off the breathing machine because he said he didn't want to be on that. So they left him on it until my mom got there just so she could say goodbye or whatever to him. And I kind of said goodbye to him. I mean, he wasn't responsive, but I said hi to him when he was in the coma and I thought he was going to die legitimately. And then they took him off the breathing machine, and then he didn't die. He actually got a lot better, and he's better right now. He's fine. I'm assuming he's still in the hospital. My mom hasn't said anything about them letting him out. I mean, he is gonna go back to the care home eventually, and I get to see him in a couple weeks. Wait, yeah, I get to see him in a week. I get to see him literally a week from now. My mom's gonna come home on Friday night. We're gonna go, and then we're gonna see him, and we're gonna stay for the night, at least one night, and possibly two. And obviously, he's in the hospital, and my grandma's in Florida, so she can't just go into the kitchen and make me delicious steak and eggs and pancakes and oh my God, I miss her cooking. I miss my grandma's cooking. It was so good. It was so good. But so obviously I can't just have my grandma cook me up some food. So we're gonna have to go to eat out, which that's not even a bad thing. I'm really excited about that. So yay! And my mom was really not cool with me coming on the trip at first, but we kind of talked about it, and I told her all the reasons why I really wanted to go. I'm really worried that something's actually gonna happen to my grandpa before we're able to go, before she's able to see him in August, because I assume at this point that she's going by herself to that August trip. She was gonna take me in August, but that's 2 months away, and I'm worried that he's not like I don't know, something could happen. Anything could happen. He could go downhill all of a sudden. I don't know. My mom says he's going to be around for a long time, but she's not a doctor. I don't trust her, and I don't want to trust her opinion, and I shouldn't get to miss out. What's the worst thing? I just go get to see him on a trip, and then he continues living. that's the worst that's gonna happen. But I mean, that's the best case scenario. But like the worst case scenario is obviously I get to see him and then he like dies right after. Actually, the worst case scenario would be him dying before I got to see him. Anyway, it's all really upsetting and harsh and like I don't even know if he's going to be back at the care home or not by the time I see him. We might just be hanging out in the hospital, which I'm cool with. But, like, I don't know. The whole thing is just stressful and annoying, and especially since I've been dealing with all this other shit, like moving out of the house, that was exhausting. And things have actually settled down quite a bit since I moved out of the house. And I'm gonna, like, and I have been going to a Carrie's Place event. I did go to a Carrie's Place event yesterday at the mall. They were going to the Vaughan Mills Mall, and they were going to be walking around the mall and getting lunch, and I knew I wasn't going to make it past that 3 hour mark without a meal, so I actually had to ask my mom for money for lunch. I'm out of money except for the necessities like groceries and my weekly movie. I'm out of money. I'm gonna be lucky if I'm gonna make it through the month. I'm actually having to crunch some numbers and pay my mom back for some of the birthday stuff a little later because I literally can't afford it right now. But I am getting extra money next month, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pay her back with that, luckily. So there's that. And I still do have a birthday present coming for myself that someone's working on right now because they're making it for me. And so I still have to pay that person for my present. So there's that. And I've also been on Nathan's videos a lot more. Like I've been on Locke's channel a lot more. I've been just hanging around videos. And more recently, I haven't been able to stay long on the videos because, I have to work on returning back to my channel. And I have a notebook full of ideas that's coming along pretty well. But, soon enough it's going to be filled up and then I'm going to need another one. But and because I was just packing everything to put into a storage locker, obviously most of my empty notebooks are like packed away right now. So I'm gonna have to just go and buy a new one. But luckily, one of the presents that my mom is gonna get for me is one item of the dollar store. One item of my choice from the dollar store. So I'm gonna go for a new notebook because I'm gonna need one because I'm filling up my idea notebook pretty quickly. I mean, the ideas have slowed down a little, but I'm still getting those ideas flowing and I'm still having quite a bit of ideas. And I've filled up quite a few pages by this point. I think like 4 or 5 pages by this point. So, yeah. And there's a lot of other shit going on too. One of the biggest things for me is that my son is sick. You guys know if you don't know, I have my stuffed animals. They're my kids, and my son has been sick. He's got cancer, and things have been coming along really well. Like we knew from the beginning there was pretty much almost 100% chance that he would live. Like it wasn't it was like a 95% chance that he would be okay. And I think like 95% of the people with this type of cancer have lived, and then about 90% have the cancer never return. So only in 10% of cases the cancer returns. So we pretty much knew he was going to live, but there's still always that what if hanging over your head. But he only has a couple more sessions left. Like, he's doing a session today, and then he's doing a session next week. Wait, yeah, this week and then next week and I think the week after and that's it. Hang on. I have to check my calendar because I have it all marked down. Alright. Yeah, alright. So he has a session today and then a session next week and then a session on the week after, which is the 28th. And then that's it. Like he's done. And we're planning to celebrate like a week later on the Friday, July the 5th. So we're gonna do something. Maybe we're just going out and getting ice cream because again, I can't afford much. Or I might pick him up. I might just grab something from the store for him. Like Sorry, but there's a post in one of my groups that says, "Imagine if one day we just unlock the other 98% of milk," and that's hilarious. So obviously I had a lot going on, and one of those things was I brought home my snake. So there's actually a lot of good stuff has happened too. I see there's a lot of bad stuff, and I kind of got that out of the way first. But there's also a lot of good stuff, and we're moving on to that. And one of the so good days, bad days. Anyway, one of the things that happened was I brought home my snake. I brought home my snake. Um, and he's very cute. So I brought him a snake, and it's been almost a month at this point. It'll be a month on Sunday. I got him on the 26th. I fed him 3 times so far. No, I fed him twice so far. I fed him twice, and this week will be the third time that I feed him because once you bring a new snake home, you're supposed to give them like a week or two to settle in. So I gave him like a week to settle in. Then I fed him on the Sunday. I got him on Sunday, the 26th of May, and then I fed him a week later on the Sunday. It actually works out perfectly because I also feed my tarantulas on Sunday, so this way on Sunday everyone gets fed. It's kind of perfect, actually. But he's been out quite a few times, normally during the night, and usually he's just poking his little head up, or he's like partially out of the aspen shavings that are in his cage. Like he really loves that, and he's so tiny compared to his enclosure. And I had to dig him up for dinner, and he actually like nipped me the last time. And last time was on a Sunday too. And by the way, they are smart enough to learn a feeding schedule, so eventually he'll learn that I pull him out for dinner on Sundays, and he'll be like, "Oh, okay, it's dinner day, so I'll just like let you pick me up or whatever." So anyway, but he did give a tiny nip, but it was honestly the most inconsequential bite I've ever had from an animal, especially a pet. Like I've had bites from my rats. I've had bites from other pets like when my cat used to nip me, my kitten used to nip me. I've had scratches from my neighbor's cat. I've had like one time I stuck my fingers in the bird cage in one of the pet stores. That was a bad idea. I learned really quickly from that to never do it again because that was really dumb. Bird bites are really bad. The bird bite is probably the worst bite I've had from an animal. It's definitely not the worst thing that happened to me. If I had to pick between the two worst things that happened to me, which was worse, like when we're talking about physical pain, two things. One, I dropped my metal water bottle right on my big toe and it turned like a very dark purple and it hurt like hell at first. And the second one was obviously that time I tripped over my own feet at Costco in the parking lot and then I like fell in front of the store. It wasn't the parking lot, it was like the concrete in front of the store. And then I managed to both fracture and dislocate like I dislocated it's this arm. I dislocated this elbow from itself. Like these two parts became dislocated, this part and this thing popped out. And we actually had to replace, that part that helps you rotate your elbow, that helps me do this with my arm. Like you can move your arm like this. The rotator thingy, whatever it was, they had to replace it with metal because it got completely shattered in the fall. So now I just have metal in my arm, and they had to put a metal plate in there too for my broken arm to set it properly. That'd probably be the worst thing that happened to me in terms of physical pain. But the worst animal bite I got was the bird. The worst thing that's happened to me from an animal was definitely the bird bite. And I'd say my nibbles was in second place. Nibbles bit me, and that was in second place. And this was probably in last place from like I'd rather get nipped by my snake. It was tiny. It was hardly anything, and there was like a tiny drop of blood, and that was literally it. Like his teeth are so tiny that they can't really do any damage, and he doesn't have any venom in him either. He's a boa. He's not a venomous species. Boas aren't venomous species. Boas, they like instead of in envenenating their prey, they like wrap around them and they strangle them to death, and they just go really tight, and that's how they do it. Like they look like a knot when they're eating their food, and then that's how they do it. They just strangle them to death. So anyway, I fed him twice and he ate both times, and this weekend will be the third time I fed him, and this weekend will be exactly a month since I got him. It won't be exactly like on the day, obviously, because I got him on the 26th, and this Sunday is, I think, gonna be, I think, the 16th. But anyway, also, my mom's gonna be away all weekend, and so basically, tomorrow there's gonna be Pride. So, I mean, she's not technically gonna be away for that, and I'm actually going with her. I have something I want to do. But anyway, then on Sunday, she's actually going to be out of the house for the entire day. She's going to my sister's birthday. It's my sister's birthday on Sunday. So, I actually sent some presents to my sister that I bought a couple months ago when, like, yeah, I bought them a couple months ago. I was getting stuff for, I just got some stuff for her birthday. It's not like much. It's like there's a little bracelet with a dog, I think a dog I can't remember if it was a dog bone or I can't remember what it was. Mine has a dog bone on it. Hers has something else. I got them at the Pet Expo and they were like for dogs. And, it's because we lost Dasher and I don't really have anything to commemorate him by. But the woman was like, well, it's two for $5. So I was like, fuck it. I'll just give the other one to my sister. So I bought two, and the other one is going to my sister. And I also bought her some Twizzlers because she really loves those. And I did have to. My mom reminded me to check if there was any like gelatin in it or not because my sister is completely vegetarian and she's like really serious about her vegetarianism. Like she, like she doesn't like eating stuff that's been prepared with meat. Like if she if someone prepares meat, she doesn't really use it. It's hard to explain. Anyway, she's like really she takes her vegetarianism really seriously. I almost said veganism. So I've been watching a lot of that vegan teacher videos lately, and I'm just gonna say this right now. I hate you guys. I hate you guys. I made a poll asking if I should continue working on the that vegan teacher project, and you guys voted yes. Fuck you. Why would you do that to me? That's so mean. Do you guys like seeing me suffer? Anyway, so the first month having a snake, well, it's been almost a month. And by the way, his birthday is on May 20th, so I was kind of hoping I would get it before his birth. I would get him before his birthday so I could like celebrate with him, but whatever. What are you gonna do? I'll get to celebrate lots of other birthdays with him though, so that's cool. And actually last night I got some really good pictures. He was fully out and on his rock. I have to share those in the community posts, but I'll be sharing lots of pictures of him in the community posts unless he's just hiding under the substrate. I can't get pictures of him then, but if I can get pictures, I'll share them in the community posts. And usually he comes out at night. I don't know if snakes are nocturnal or not, but he usually comes out at night. And yesterday he was like fully out chilling on his rock, and I think he was chilling up there because maybe he was too cold because the thermostat is actually broken. So I've been trying to fix that for a month. I've literally been trying to fix this problem with my snake for a month, and today I caved and I texted my mom at work, and she hasn't responded yet, but I texted her at work to ask her for help. Hang on. Anyway, I texted my mom at work to ask her for help. I have to plug in my computer. I texted my mom at work because I had to ask her for help because, like, I can't do this myself. I've done everything I can on this. I've tried everything. I've contacted the breeder and then I contacted the company that actually made the product to try and get them to send me a replacement. And I just don't know what to do at this point, and I need my mom's help anyway because they said they need the invoice or something. I don't know what the fucking invoice is, by the way. I don't know what an invoice is. If you need the receipt, just say you need the receipt. There's no fucking invoice. What the fuck is an invoice? Sorry, it's been stressful. It's been an amazing time because I love my snake and he's fine. I'm checking on things. I'm keeping an eye on things. I have a temperature gun that I use to measure the temperature inside the tank, and he's been totally chill. Like the heat is fine. He's not gonna like die or anything. I don't know. I think he was just a little cold last night because I don't know what's happening with the heat and the temperature and the thermostat. Anyway, I just need them to send me a fucking replacement. And they keep asking me for things like a video to prove it's not working. How am I supposed to do that? What am I supposed to put in the video to prove it's not working? All I can show is that the thermostat light is on and it hasn't turned off in the month since I got it. And for those of you guys who are unaware, how this thing is supposed to work is you hook the heat lamp up to the thermostat, and then you set it to a certain temperature, and then you click the thermostat to that temperature, and then the thermostat light is on, and it's supposed to go off when it reaches the required temperature for your snake. So the temperature that he needs is about 95 or 90 degrees Fahrenheit, not 95. And the temperature and the thermostat light has been on for a month. I have not seen it go off since I got him and set it up. So my mom and I first. So my first thought is that I need a better heat. I need like a better, stronger heater. So I got that, and then um the heat was working a lot better because the heat wasn't heating up to where it was supposed to be. So I got another heater, and it was much stronger. I had a 60-watt ceramic heat emitter before, and I got a 100-watt ceramic heat emitter, and that seems to be working much better. I measured it at 95.3 degrees at one point, and Yahtzee seems fine with it. He seems to not care. Like, so as long as I'm still trying to deal with it. I'm trying to deal with it. I swear. It's just so frustrating. It's been so frustrating. And these guys, these Exoterra guys, they take days to respond to me, so I don't even know what the fuck is going through their heads. I've told them everything I know how to tell them. I've told them all the information I have. So I need my mom to help me find the invoice, whatever the fuck that means, and I need my mom to send it to them so that they can send me a fucking replacement thermostat. I don't know why it's not working. I don't understand. I bought it. I just bought it in February and I didn't set up the tank until a couple days before I got my snake. I know I should have set it up sooner, but I just didn't have the time. Okay, so just chill out. I don't know, shit happens, and I needed my mom's help, and she was all like, "Oh, I can't help you tonight because I have whatever she wanted to say that day." She just said things, and I don't know, I'm tired of reading into that shit. She just, if she can't help me, and then what am I supposed to do? I don't know. I don't know how to set up that stuff. I mean, I should probably learn because I should be able to take care of the snake on my own. And what am I going to do if the light bulb bursts or something and I need help? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Everything seems fine for now, and Yahtzee seems fine. Hopefully, he'll be okay. I don't know. He's a weird little guy. He's also super cute, and I love him. And I did have one handling session with him that was maybe about 5 minutes long, and it was like a really chill handling session. Then there was the nip at dinner the other day, on Sunday. But like I said, that was like nothing. My mom and I did put some polysporin and a band-aid on it, though. I don't know if that was necessary, but my mom was like, we don't want it to get infected. Even though she never put polysporin on it when I was bitten by one of my rats. But all of a sudden it's a snake bite, so we want to make sure it doesn't get infected. He doesn't have any venom in him, by the way, and his teeth are too tiny to do any real damage. So I barely noticed when he nipped me. It's like it's it's a tiny bit like the needle prick you get when you get like a little shot or something. Only actually less probably. Actually less bad than that. And there was this other thing I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about. So, this is kind of interesting. And I was looking at so I was looking at some kittens a few weeks ago at the PetSmart. We were there to pick up something for my snake that he needed for the tank because we needed something else for the tank that we didn't buy. So anyway, we needed this thing for the snake tank. We were there to buy it. I know you're not supposed to go to PetSmart, and I don't like supporting them either, but it was cheaper than getting it at the Red Battle store or somewhere. And when you're on a budget, you kind of have to go wherever you can. you don't, you know, unfortunately, I have to support those people because they just happen to have cheaper prices than like a local reptile store because they're more of a chain and blah blah blah. I don't really know the reasons, but I'm not gonna get into that because that's kind of not the point. I was looking, we were there to get something for my snake, and then when I was at the cash register, they asked me if I wanted to donate a can of cat food to the cats because apparently, basically, they have some cats in the back, and apparently, you can buy one of these like little. They had a bunch of cans of cat food, and if you buy a can of cat food, they give it to one of the cats in the back. So they were like, "Do you want to buy a can of cat food to give it to one of the cats in the back?" And I was like, yes, please. Yes. Can I actually buy all of them? No, I didn't buy all of them. It was like $2 a can. I couldn't I bought one can. Anyway, also I don't want the cats to be super fat. Anyway, so I bought the can of cat food, and when I was there looking at the cats, I actually saw them feed it to the cat. I think that's what they did anyway. They put some bowls in there and they fed the cats, so I'm pretty sure one of those was my can of cat food. Anyway, so and then they were like, "Oh, we have cats here right now," and I was like, going to the back. I actually forgot to pay. My mom had to call me back and be like, you have to pay first." So anyway, I went to the back. They had all the cats, and they actually had a bunch of new kittens because it's freaking kitten season, which is perfect because now I know exactly when kitten season is, so I know when to go to the shelter or whatever if I want a kitten, or to go to the PetSmart because I might adopt through them. I mean, none of the money actually goes to them because they work with local shelters, so I might as well just buy one from them. And then I can like go in and see all the kittens and stuff. Anyway, I said I wanted to like come in and just play with the cats, and I asked if that was a thing that could be done, and they said they didn't know, but they had a because I think it's because they didn't these weren't their cats. They belong to a local shelter. So actually they told me that there was a volunteer program though that I could join. So I was like, okay, I'll just do that. Anyway, I got my mom to take a picture of the information and then she sent it to me later. And then it just she forgot to send it to me for a while, and then just a few days ago she ended up sending it to me. And I was looking at the website to see what their shelter was all about, and they one of the words in their title was ferals because they do feral cats too, I guess. So that's pretty cool. So they don't just have kittens. They had a couple of older cats in there. It was mostly kittens. Like there were like 7 or 8 kittens that were all really cute. And by the way, they found homes really fast. Like I went in there a few days later to see the cats again, and they were already gone. They had already found homes, and I was like, Did the cats find homes?" And the worker was like, "Yeah, they did." So I was like, "Wow, that was fucking fast." But also, it wasn't fast because they were adorable, and I'm completely not surprised that they were able to find homes. Anyway, so I was saying, like, I was looking at the information on their website and stuff. And there's actually another opportunity that was of interest to me. There's volunteering at the shelter opportunity. There's obviously donations opportunities, which I can't really do. But they also have like another opportunity that really interested me because I mean I want a cat, but I also can't afford a cat right now. I can't I can't just go and, buy everything the cat needs and put money away for the cat's vet bills and get a cat because that requires money that I don't have because I have to spend it on all kinds of dumb stuff like paying for rent and taking care of my already existing pets. Sorry, I love you guys, but I want a cat. Anyway, my mom already said no to a cat, so I'm not gonna do this while I'm in her house, obviously. She already I was already pushing it by like I was already pushing it by doing the snake thing. I was already pushing it by like asking her for a snake and going on and on about the snake. And I knew she wasn't entirely 100% okay with that, even though even she agrees that he's adorable and she actually loves him. And she always loves when I send her little pictures of him and stuff because she thinks he's adorable. And I can't blame her. I fucking love this guy. He's the best thing in my life right now. He's amazing. I love him so much. I'm so happy to have him. Anyway, back to the cats. Anyway, So I can't just buy all the stuff a cat needs and get a cat. But what I can do, what they do have in there for one of their volunteer opportunities, is basically fostering a cat or a kitten. So like they provide everything you need, and all you need to do is love the cat, which I can do. It's like the perfect opportunity for me. And if I go with fostering a cat, then I can have a cat for a little while and then it can move on to its new home and then it'll know that it was loved while it was here. Also, this way I can have more cats in my life. So that'd be a really cool thing. And honestly, I think it would just be a really awesome opportunity. So once I still don't know if I'm going back to my old place or not. I might have to. I might just have to. I I'm not gonna find anything. I'm not gonna find an apartment to move into. I'm not gonna find another apartment to move into. So it's either gonna be my subsidized housing is gonna come through in the next few weeks, or I'm just moving back to my old place, which would fucking suck. But also, at the same time, fuck it, I don't care because I'm gonna be fostering kittens and cats. I mean, okay, like hopefully it'll work. Hopefully I can if I do move back into my old apartment, I'll find a way to make it work. I'll make the room for a litter box and whatever else the cat needs. And honestly, I want to do this so badly. I can't do it while I'm here, obviously, but once I move back into my old place or another place, hopefully another place, I'm gonna start working out all the kinks and like figuring shit out like where the litter box is gonna go and all that stuff, and hopefully be fostering a cat within a couple months because that would be fantastic. And when I say a couple months, it might I don't know how long it's gonna take to figure shit out. It might take me a few weeks to like figure everything out and actually sign up for the fostering opportunity, but I'm hoping that this will work out the way I want it to, and because this seems like a really awesome opportunity. And then this way I can get a cat without having all the expenses of having a cat, which sounds like just perfect. Like all I need to do is love it, which I can totally do, obviously. I mean, I had a kitten before. Anyway, so that's really awesome. I love that. Um, I think that might be it for now. Oh, I wanted to explain the thing I was doing at Pride tomorrow. So I'm having this, I thought of this while I was in the bathroom. Well, I was going to the bathroom the other day in the mall, which sounds kind of weird, but hear me out. So they had a universal bathroom, but it was kind of hidden away in a corner of the mall. But luckily we found it. Thomas took me there. He's one of the people who runs the group that I go to. So anyway, Thomas took me there, thankfully, and we found the universal bathroom. So that was a really great, nice thing. The thing is, they do have a unisex bathroom at my local movie theater. The problem is, it's hidden. Like, you have to ask staff to open it or something. So I hate that because when I go there, either I'm like too nervous to ask or I'm like I just forget most of the time because, out of sight, out of mind. So my plan, my hope is to get a bunch of signatures at Pride to get unisex bathrooms put into like every public place that has bathrooms, like restaurants, movie theaters, stuff like that in my town, because I think that would be great. And everyone deserves the right to pee and feel comfortable when they're using the bathroom. And that's why I'm calling it the right to pee movement. I'm such a weirdo. I can't stop laughing at myself. I love this so much. This is this is I love that title. It's hilarious. I just like it. Anyway, I think that might have been it. I can't really think of anything else I want to talk about. Um, oh my God. I almost forgot. My mom got the job in the union that she wanted finally. It happened like a couple weeks ago. I think, wait, was it before I bought my snake? Maybe it was before I bought my snake. I don't remember. Anyway, my mom has been chasing this union job for like 6 years, and finally she got it Like, she has been trying to apply, and it's a good thing she's going on her trip to Africa because it's like a thing that's related to her work, but it's not mandatory, but it's like voluntary. So she's going on it, and then she's also going to go to Europe and go to Belgium and bring me back some Belgian chocolate. Anyway, she got the union job, which means she can't go on that trip next year. She can't go and do that next year. So it's a really good thing that she's doing it this year, even though, you know, my 30th birthday and all that, but whatever. Honestly, I'm over it by this point. I mean, I'm still not happy about it, but it is what it is, and, I need to just accept it and stop being pissed off because I'm just wasting my fucking time. Anyway, so, yeah, it's a good thing she's going on that trip, but she doesn't have to go back to school in September. I mean, she has to go back to school, obviously. Not as a teacher. Not as a teacher, anyway. She's not like, she's done with being a teacher. She's been done with being a teacher for a while. She's been going after the union for like 6 years. Like, she obviously loves teaching and she loves being a teacher. And also, I heard her talking to one of her friends on the phone, and it turns out she actually has a lot of problems with changes to the curriculum that are currently happening and that are going to happen next year. So, I'm kind of glad that she's getting out of that because she's clearly upset. Like, she still loves teaching, but the changes that they're making to the curriculum are bothering her. So I'm really glad that she's like moving on to the next thing. Like, it's the next phase in her life. I don't know, I'm just really happy. So, a lot of good stuff has happened, a lot of bad stuff has happened. Good days, bad days, stuff like that. Landlord still sucks. Still don't want to go back. Still love my pets. Still love you guys. Anyway, I think that's actually it this time. Okay, I love each and every one of you guys. Please don't forget to always be yourself. You are valid. Don't forget to be good to yourself and others. And happy Pride. And I will see all you guys in the next video, which will probably be on Tuesday or Wednesday.